It's time to do another crappy video from the man cave. Ha! Actually, by the time you see this, my shout out video for ejaculation and fart will be uploaded. As promised, we're looking at Aphrodisiaque and seeing how most of the stuff that he sent applies to over here. I want to get a big thanks and a shout out to Cowboy Up 1251. He sent this hat, a sticker, a tactical keychain, which, as I said in the Bomi video, Ms. Bomi already said she was going to keep this. Besides that, I think this is kind of an awkward thing to have along with all my work keys. But the cool as hell thing is the bottle opener that he sent me. And I already know it works. Used it all day yesterday. Something like that. Aphrodisiaque. This was one of the things sent to me by Hefe67, and it looks something like this. Oof. Looks good and thick. Has carbonation, not a ton of head. Got some lacing. So this is a cheers to you, Jackubation, and a definite thank you to Cowboy Up 1251 for the very unique bottle opener. I guess if it really turns out to rate lowly, you can use the other end and destroy the bottle. I believe this is a stout. Strong stout brewed with cocoa and vanilla. 6.5% by volume. Smells a lot like the better of the breakfast stouts. Oh, I want to, also thank everyone for coming over and giving me endless amounts of shit for being gone. Stainless 4. I did warn you guys, this last month has really sucked. Sat down this morning, got up a little early, and I was looking at all of the comments that I have not commented back on, and I truly apologize. That isn't like me, but this last month has been total chaos. Everything going on. Been working a lot of either out of town or at least get up early and drive an hour and a half one way and one way back every single night. And along with my daughter Samantha's birthday, graduation, and now she's getting ready to move from one end of the country to the other end of the country to go to school to be a mechanic. She's been interning at a local garage, and she's absolutely loving it. So she's planning on moving to Texas. She already tells me that when she wants to get set up and established and find me a good Texas truck, because if I showed you a picture of my truck from as little as a year ago in comparison to right now, the salt has totally taken over the poor thing. So sorry, I digress. I just wanted to apologize for my inactivity lately, and hopefully it'll get a little bit better. Ooh, yeah, enough of the chit chat. Let's get into it. That'd be good with a slice of cheesecake. You get the like I said, it has the initial smell of a good breakfast stout. But right away you get a blend of the cocoa and vanilla both together. We've got some roasted malts in there. a little bit of bitterness, but not too much. And it has a, I don't know if it's like a bread or a caramel buttery kind of finish. And it leaves behind mostly a cocoa, kind of a chocolate, very light coffee maybe. This one has a lot less coffee than a lot of them do. The focal point is definitely more on the vanilla and the cocoa part of it. The more I've been drinking it, the more I'd say that the roasted, kind of a bittery malt middle and finish. It's not a really sweet. It is more of a dry, bitter kind of a stout, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. This is good. This is a good one from the French, or maybe it's just, maybe the label is just for the French. Yeah, I'm Quebec, Canada. Can I even tell you who brews it? Yeah, there's pretty much nothing in English on here other than Aphrodisiaque. So I can't even tell you where it's brewed other than, I'm assuming, in Canada. Heffy 67 would, maybe you'd know. I'm sure you're gonna comment anyway. Yeah, that is an outstanding stout. I like that because I'm liking it because it brings a little different game to the table. Most of the stouts are constantly the coffee cocoa combination, and this is the cocoa vanilla. So if you really like what a lot of those stouts that I've done, and you say, yeah, but I'm not really a big coffee fan, this will be the one. This will be the one for you. Now, availability, I am not quite sure on availability around here, or anywhere for all that matter. I don't know if this is going to be isolated to north of the United States thing or not. Oh, that's just very, very malty, and I like the roasted deep flavors to it without being overly bitter. Wow. And some of you may or may not be disappointed, but I had an excellent comment. It was something that I was actually thinking about. A bunch of you have been kind of like, the suspense is let off by actually seeing what the E scale is right away. So I'm gonna try a few videos where I'm skipping it. Still gonna do the E scale. I'm just not gonna broadcast it down in the description box. So you're gonna have to wait to this point in the video. So, that's good. Is it an all-day drink? At 6.5% by volume, it's not going to be a comatose thing, but it is definitely a dark, robust, heavy flavored beer, and this is really good. I think I'm gonna give this a good solid 8 on the E scale. So, Heffy, man, so far you are knocking them out of the park. So, Gonna make this kind of a short one. It's been a chaotic weekend. I'm gonna go try to get this up on the channel. And again, a big thank you to Heffy67, and it goes out as a cheers to the president of Fart, Jacubation, and the rest of the members of Fart. Maybe one of us will be able to actually put a fart list together, and we'll see everybody that's on there. Because even after I spaced it out, and I apologize, you know, the members are adding up, and I put them in the description box, and that's my my good friend Jerry Woodwalker67. Jerry, you know, I'd like to say that the beer that I was drinking in the fart video was my first one, and this was my second one. But it is Sunday, and my goal is to I got a whole bunch. If you saw what went on at Samantha's grad party yesterday, typically I would have liked it if everyone showed up and brought something for Sam, but instead everybody got her a card, and she did okay financially. But the amount of beer that that I have right now is almost to the point where it's maybe even worth going to the bank and seeing about getting a loan, because Ms. Bomey wants me very much to have the refrigerator from upstairs to bring it down here for brew. All we could really do yesterday was put as much in. I mean, this fridge is already maxed out with upcoming brew reviews, so I put as much as I could in the fridge upstairs. But between the magnitude of food and alcohol, I ended up with 4 coolers, and I don't even remember what I even bought. 40 pounds of ice. And as we speak, I actually left one of the coolers outside, hoping that my neighbors would steal as much of what was in that cooler as possible. And then I've got the other 3 coolers have some higher end stuff in it, and oh, I got some stuff. I got some brew reviews coming up. I tell you, I got a few things that may be right up there at the top, and I feel bad because I don't know how far they're distributed. There is a actual local brewery right here in my hometown called Bent Paddle, and the stores cannot keep this stuff on the shelf. And I thought it was okay at a 6-pack at $7.99 a 6-pack, and I went there after buying a couple of them and truly enjoying them, and I wanted to get some more for yesterday, and they didn't have any. And the woman said that it was actually the craziest thing they've seen. They've never run out of beer as fast as they did that. And this one had 2 different offerings, Bent Paddle Hop, which is just incredible, and then they had Bent Paddle Black Ale. Black Ale's good. It's not the best black ale I've had, but the hop may be one of the most perfect hoppy beers I've had. And so I went to another place, and it actually has the title to this place basically infers that they are the most inexpensive place in the area, because they are like the supermarket of alcohol. And I go in there, and instead of being $7.99 a 6-pack, it was on sale for $11.99 a 6-pack. On the other hand, they had about, I think they had an entire section in the cooler. As many 6-packs would fit in a 5-foot span by 3 shelves. And that was mostly gone, so I picked up a bunch of those. So be looking forward to Bent Paddle Hop sooner than later. What's next? Yeah. God, I just don't. Okay, fine. I'm gonna move the brush tail from Big Sky Brewing Company. It's a farmhouse Saison up into the on deck circle, and Bulwark 1911 was gracious enough to send me just a ton of Big Sky Swag, the glass, which is actually what I'm using right now, with the flavor enhancing laser etching on the bottom. But I have never met a Saison that didn't make me want to immediately dump it down the drain. So I guess we're going to take a look at this next. And it is what it is. Big Sky Brewery happens to be one of my favorites as far as a lot of the stuff that they have, just top-notch stuff. But you may be into the farmhouse Saisons. It's those spices that they use that I cannot stand. But this is the last one from Bulwark 1911. So there you go. That's going in the batter circle. And then after that, I think I might maybe look at a couple of those ones. We got the one from Poison Stinger with the chili in it. And yes, if I drink that beer, well, I'm going to drink that beer. If I drink that beer, I'm going to eat the pepper. And then after that, there was the one from Heavy 67, which has cayenne pepper actually listed on the ingredients. The heart stopper. So peace out, everyone. We'll probably see you tomorrow. I'm going to be working out of town, but probably get back. And again, Cowboy Up 1251. Thank you for the very unique bottle opener, hat, and Ms. Bomey's new toy for her purse. So you guys be good. Sunday night. I think I'm going to go check out a few more of those Ben Paddle hops. Out of here.